7 Weather with meteorologist Vivian Gonzalez.
Good morning, South Florida. We are waking up to periods of clouds moving in, but I do believe today we're going to see enough breaks to have more sunshine filtering in. So some good news to start things off right now. Looking at mostly dry conditions, there's only a small chance today of seeing a passing shower on the breeze, and today's the best chance pretty much out of the entire week to see some shower activity and maybe even a thunderstorm with the daytime heat. Right now it's 77 in Fort Lauderdale, 75 in Miami, 79 degrees for you in Key West, with very light winds that are out of the east today and will range between 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our forecasters call for some clouds to linger today. Showers do return in the morning, maybe a passing shower on the breeze, but in the afternoon we'll get the sea breeze going and there will be some activity shifting toward interior areas. Heading into the upcoming weekend, it definitely gets a lot warmer as winds veer more out of the south to allow temperatures to climb into the upper 80s in the afternoon hours. But the chance for rain at a minimum on Saturday and even Sunday. It does look like we're going to be nearing records both days in terms of temperatures in the afternoon hours. And then comes this front over here that should plow through the states and allow for our first dose of chilly air to filter in. And that will happen as winds increase out of the northwest on Monday and allow temperatures to tumble. And each day this week, models have been trending colder. So the forecast low for Tuesday morning now down to 55 in Miami, 54 in Fort Lauderdale, still in the 60s for the Florida Keys. But this will be a brief cool down. And as far as the tropics are concerned, all is quiet out there. As far as your marine forecast is concerned, looking pretty good in this department. There's just a moderate rip current risk at area beaches. Seas building up to 2 feet. Same in the Florida Keys. There's a coastal flood statement that will be extended. And as far as your next tide cycle, that's going to be high tide at 9:12 in Fort Lauderdale. So for today, a tad more sun, some stray showers. Temperatures will range in the 80s, mid 80s in the afternoon hours. Tonight, we'll have clouds around, a few showers, lows in the low 70s around mainland South Florida, mid to upper 70s in the Florida Keys. So heading into the upcoming week, get ready for a cool down, South Florida. Temperatures will be chilly to start off on Veterans Day. High temperatures alone will be in the low 70s, and then we'll gradually warm up each day next week. And that's your 7 on 7 forecast. Please don't go anywhere. 7 News Today in Florida. We'll be right back.
7 Weather with meteorologist Erika Delgado.
All right, South Florida, the last few days we've been dealing with extensive cloud cover, and yesterday it was across much of the state. But look what a difference 24 hours makes. All that cloud cover now emerging on the Atlantic side and clearing skies up and down Florida. And that goes for us here as well. Even though we still have some upper level clouds across the area, we're noticing just brighter skies overall and fewer clouds. 80 in Fort Lauderdale, 81 in Miami, 82 from Key Largo all the way down into Key West. A light and variable wind across our mainland areas. Eventually we'll have an easterly wind flow. It'll finally be lighter today compared to earlier in the week where we had those very breezy to gusty conditions. And finally, brighter skies have returned. A lot of that cloud cover now and showers even across the northwestern Bahamas and off the central Florida coastline, and a lot more in the way of sunshine, middle and upper Keys compared to lower Keys. And that's what we can expect through the day today, especially into the weekend. We're finally going to enjoy a little more in the way of sunshine. Today, we'll also notice a few showers developing later on this afternoon. Clouds will linger from time to time, but overall just not as dark and cloudy as it was earlier in the week. Heading into the weekend, we'll notice some changes. Not only will we see brighter conditions, but overall it'll feel more humid, it will feel warmer, and we'll still leave a chance for a few showers, basically just with the heating of the day on Saturday. Then Sunday, we're looking warm. Clouds begin to build once again, especially later on the afternoon as a strong front begins to move closer and closer to Florida, and that front finally reaches our area on Monday. We do have a moderate risk of rip currents across area beaches, but otherwise, overall conditions offshore are improving. Seas around 2 feet, Biscayne Bay a light chop. Heading into the Florida Keys, coastal waters smooth to a light chop with seas at most building 2 to 3 feet. And still the possibility of saltwater flooding, mainly across the middle and lower Keys communities, and especially during times of high tide. And we do have a high tide cycle happening in the next hour in Key West. That's coming up at 11:34 this morning. Otherwise, low tide will take over this afternoon in the 3 o'clock hour. Highs will be in the mid-80s today, a little warmer for our mainland areas. Times of sunshine, and again, we'll leave a chance for those showers later on this afternoon. Then heading into tonight, maybe a lingering shower early evening. Otherwise, looking mostly quiet, but you'll feel those humidity levels beginning to rise, and we'll feel it especially into the upcoming weekend. Overall, more sunshine on Saturday, just a brighter weekend, but definitely warmer. Then there's that front on Monday, quickly pushes through the area, bringing a much cooler start to Tuesday, with temperatures struggling to warm in the afternoon. That's your 7 on 10 forecast.
Meteorologist Erika Delgado in the Plex with our first forecast. Hey, Erika, good morning.
Hey, Tavares and Alex. Yeah, so far quiet. Really light winds making the bay look a little bit more like a lake this morning. Jackson and I were just discussing that. All that moisture that's been over us all week long due to a disturbance in the Gulf is now on the other side of Florida. Look at all that over portions of the Atlantic, even the northwestern Bahamas seeing some showers. For us, we have little slivers of dry air way up in the sky, which means we're seeing fewer clouds, some clearing. So we'll see peaks of sunshine. And again, with the heating of the day, we could see maybe a few sea breeze showers develop later on this afternoon, but really not expecting a whole lot of rainfall. We are warming quicker than earlier in the week. We're already up to 83 in Hollywood, 81 in Pompano Beach, 80 in Fort Lauderdale. Those 80s extending all through Miami. 81 seems to be the magic number from Hialeah, Miami, and Kendall. 83 right now in Homestead. And for the Florida Keys, we've been in the 80s since earlier this morning across the lower Keys. Now we're starting to see some of the rest of the island chain catch up. 82 in Isla Mirada. That goes for Key West. Winds are now out of the east across the island chain, light and variable across Miami-Dade and Broward. Later this afternoon, all of South Florida will enjoy that easterly wind flow and peaks of sunshine from time to time. So heading into the afternoon, again, rain chances will remain on the lower end, but they will be present. We could see maybe a spotty to isolated shower this afternoon, and then we'll see peaks of sunshine, a little more in the way of cloud cover once again by the late afternoon, early evening. Our high temperatures will be in the mid-80s. We get some clearing for the weekend with more changes down the road. We'll talk about that coming up in my full forecast.